around 165 million years ago, on a coastal floodplain in what is now Morocco. One of the most extreme dinosaurs on record got around, lavishly adorned with armor and spikes, some about 3 feet long, unlike that of any other known creature. And now researchers are shedding light on this strange beast. They're reporting this week in the journal Nature that the dinosaur, named Spicamelus, was the oldest known member of a group of tank-like armored dinosaurs called ankylosaurs. Ankylosaurs were squat and slow-moving plant eaters that walked on 4 legs, and the new study suggests that they were also quite spiky. The armor of Spicamelus is jaw-droppingly weird, unlike that of any other dinosaur, or any other animal alive or dead that we've ever discovered, said vertebrate paleontologist Richard Butler of the University of Birmingham in England, co-leader of the research. Not only did it have a series of sharp, long spikes on each of its ribs, unknown elsewhere among animals, but it had spines the length of golf clubs sticking out in a collar round its neck. Butler added, that extravagant armor may have served dual roles. Along with fending off large meat-eating dinosaurs, it may have also been a way to attract mates in living animal structures that tend to have no obvious function and look like they might be a bit annoying to carry about, like a deer's antlers or a peacock's tail are usually associated with sex, according to vertebrate paleontologist and study lead author Susanna Maidment of the Natural History Museum in London. They could be used in courtship or territorial displays, or to fight against members of the same species during competitions for mates. Spicamelus armor is totally impractical and would have been a bit annoying in dense vegetation, for example, so we think that it is possible the animal evolved such elaborate armor for some sort of display, perhaps to do with mating, Maidment said. The fossils found in the Atlas Mountains near the Moroccan town of Boulamain didn't represent a complete skeleton. The head was among the missing parts, but the partial remains provided a good understanding of Spicamelus. This dinosaur previously was known only from a single rib fragment described in 2021, before these fossils were found in 2022 and 2023. Its back was covered in short spikes, owing to ribs with spikes on their top surfaces. It had a bony collar with plates and 2 pairs of spikes projecting outward above the neck, including one to 0.85 feet long that probably was even lengthier when the animal was alive. It also had a pelvic shield and 2 large outward projecting spikes above its hips. Distinctive fused tail vertebrae suggested that Spicamelus possessed a weapon at the end of its tail to fight off predators, perhaps a club or spikes of some sort, though one was not recovered. Among the remains, such fused tail vertebrae previously have been found only in ankylosaurs with tail weapons. This would indicate that tail weapons appeared in ankylosaurs about 30 million years earlier than previously known. Ankylosaurs were among the most successful herbivorous dinosaurs. They are closely related to another group of plant eaters called stegosaurs that boasted bony plates on the back and a spiky tail weapon. Both groups rose during the Jurassic, but the ankylosaurs outlasted the stegosaurs, thriving until an asteroid struck Earth 66 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period, ending the age of dinosaurs. The best-known member of the group, Ankylosaurus, was larger than Spicamelus, at roughly 26 feet long, and inhabited western North America during the twilight of the dinosaurs. Its armor, including a formidable tail club, protected against predators including Tyrannosaurus. Early members of dinosaur groups often have fairly plain body plans compared to later counterparts. Spicamelus shows that was not the case with ankylosaurs. The armor of Spicamelus is much more elaborate than that of later ankylosaurs, and no later ankylosaurs have spiky ribs. What is surprising to us is that the most elaborate ankylosaur armor of all time is present in the oldest member of the group. Perhaps the simpler armor in later species reflects a shift towards the armor having a primarily defensive function due to increased predation pressure in the Cretaceous, when predators grew exceptionally large, Butler said.